Beatrice Ndora with the Musings podcast. I would like to talk on 3 motivational tips to help in handling worry. I would like to start with a quote from Emma Bombeck. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but never gets you anywhere. I'm sure all of us worry consistently, and some of us worry from time to time. Worry takes away your energy. It does not solve any problem. And continuous worrying can be a hazard to your mental and emotional health. It can be a source of anxiety and depression. Knowing how to effectively handle worry is very important. I will give you 3 tips. 1. It is very important to explore the root cause of your worry. Dig deep. What is the problem? Because where there is worry, there is a problem underneath. Turn your worries into wisdom. Every fear is a lesson waiting to be learned. And let me say this. Dig deep to uncover your worries. Therein lies the power to change your story. And always remember, awareness is the first step to liberation. Know your worries to conquer them so that you can be free from their grip. Number 2, speak to someone about your worries. Sharing your worries is a sign of strength. Let others lift the weight from your shoulders. A listening ear can transform your worries into solutions. Reach out and discover the support around you. And note this, opening up is the first step towards healing. Build bridges where shadows of worry linger. Sometimes you cannot do it alone. You need that support. Somebody who can actively listen to you without judging you and helping you to explore the available options to handle your worries. Another thing that I would recommend is get yourself a journal. Write down your worries without filtering them. When you do that, you are getting it out of you, you are making it visual, and you are telling your brain, this is taken care of. And again, a journal is good because you can always go backwards and identify the handles that you have been able to jump when it comes to tackling your worrying habit. Number 3, prayer. Prayer is helpful. It is transformational. You can also write down your thoughts and connect them to prayer. Because when these thoughts are bothering you and you bring them into prayer, you are also asking God to help you to deal with them. You are releasing your worries to God. And when you release your worries to God, you are able to let your worries flow and clarity will follow. Transform your fears. It helps a lot. And also remember this. Opening up is the first step towards healing. Build bridges where shadows of worry will be taken care of. Number 3, transform your fears into words. Transform your fears to courage. You'll never know how powerful you are until you face your fears squarely. Face them, speak to them. And when you speak to your fears, you become more bold. They start to shrink. They are not big the way you think. But when you don't do anything about it, they get magnified. And I want you to remind something else. Talk, listen to yourself, tape yourself, and then rewind that and listen to yourself over and over as you address your fears. Because when you do that, it is the moment of that uncertainty that you will find your faith. It is when you will be able to surrender your worries and embrace the calm that follows. It takes courage. It takes courage. You don't know how many times I worry because I am vulnerable to worrying too. And I go and stand in front of the mirror. And I remind myself the many times I have been victorious. The many times I have faced worries and addressed them. And the many times that through God's help, I have been to get myself off from the grip of worrying. And I have come to realize that the more you talk to yourself, the more you strengthen yourself, you validate your faith, and you validate your courage. Don't look for solution more elsewhere. Focus more time on looking for solution from within. And as I come to conclusion, I would like to say this. Embrace the power of relaxation. Each breath is a step towards serenity. Let go of your burdens. Trust in the divine to guide you through life's challenges. With God's help and with faith as your anchor, cast aside your worries and navigate life's storms with grace. Feel free to adapt or expand on these phrases to suit your needs because they are powerful, they are transformational. And the last thing that I would like to leave you with is a verse from the Bible, Philippians 4, verse 6. I'll read it from the New King James Version. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your request be made known to God. You hear that? Don't be anxious. Don't worry. Don't waste your time ruminating on fear and worry. Instead of doing that, come to God in prayer and with thanksgiving and bring your request to Him, and He will help you. He is only a prayer away. Cut ties with this monster called worry. Do not let it torture you anymore. Stop it. Keep on validating yourself. Keep on reminding yourself the many times you conquered your fear and your anxiety. And also remind yourself the past strategies that you used to help you in handling worry. And some of these things could be, like I said, journaling. Keep on journaling. And if you haven't done it, you can start it, and it is helpful. Engage in physical activities. You burn that negative energy. You release endorphins, the hormones that make us feel good. And also develop a hobby like reading, knitting, cooking, whatever resonates with you. It is helpful instead of getting stuck in the pit of worry. Also nurture healthy friendships. Healthy friendships are helpful because when you talk to a friend that you trust, a friend who will not betray you, you find freedom and freshness and this boldness to take the steps into a new direction. I hope you find this podcast helpful. I encourage you to subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. And thank you so much for paying attention to this. And I'll connect with you in the next podcast.